do you want to get your 3x3 souls from this to this?
Well, I'm in the plan for getting faster no matter your skill level, and it consists of just 5 steps. So let's not waste any more time and get into the first step, which is record your souls. I can't stress enough how much difference this makes. Let's say you're averaging 11 to 12 seconds and you're watching someone solving the cube in 10 seconds and you think to yourself that there is no difference between your solves and their solves. Just record yourself and you'll see many areas that you need to improve on. For example, you pause too much between pairs and you don't realize that because you justify it by saying that you were searching for pairs. It's crucial to record your solves because that's the best way you can spot your weaknesses. Now, there is an even better way of analyzing your solve, but it's a bit harder to do because you need to send your recordings to someone who is faster than you. I understand that not everyone knows faster cubers, but if you have the possibility to send your solves to someone who's faster than you, it will be extremely beneficial because faster people will look at the same scramble and will find better solutions for crosses or algorithms or pairs in general. Step 2 of the plan is do deliberate practice. Now that you understand your weaknesses, you know what to train. If you're bad at planning your first pair, do just F12 solves in which you focus on planning as much as you can. For example, let's say you can plan your cross in 15 seconds or less. Train on tracking the position of your first pair because that's easier than tracking the whole pair and knowing what's the orientation of every single piece. On the other hand, if you can plan your first pair in inspection, try planning further. Try planning 2 pairs or even 3 pairs if there is a lucky scramble. Even if you can't plan the cross, try doing that first and your times will improve drastically. Step 3 is just turn faster. Improve your turning by making sure you implement the best finger tricks in your algs. A lot of the time people overlook how important it is to turn faster and cleaner. Try relying less on corner cutting. Of course, you can't turn faster and expect to have the same accuracy when you turn, but if you train your speed more, it will come natural to you and eventually you'll be locking up less and you'll start adapting to faster turning. Even look ahead will get better, but we'll discuss that later. Now, how do you train speed? Well, there are a couple ways of doing that and my favorites are doing PLL time attack and training short events like 2x2. PLL time attack, if you don't know what that means, is in simple terms doing every PLL and timing it. If you wanna be fast at that, there is no way of doing it but turning extremely fast, so that's a great way to improve speed. Remember, the point is not to have clean souls. It doesn't matter if you lock up, the point is turn as fast as possible. Now, the other way of training TPS is doing short events. This is a great way of getting faster because every short event is based on algorithms in general, so you just need to turn extremely fast. So for example, 2x2 is a great way of training your TPS because if you know CLL, you only have to turn extremely fast to get to sub 3, and turning really fast translates into faster solves even on 3x3. And yeah, it's another day, I changed, don't judge me. Step 4 is learn the best algorithms. Your turning and finger tricks can be perfect, but without proper algs, those are almost useless. Now, how do you know if an alg is good? Well, ask yourself these questions. Do the top cubers use this alg? Is it finger trick friendly? Is it too risky for me? Maybe the alg is used at a top level, but it's too risky, so it isn't worth it for most people. Even if you think your algs are good, it's good to check once in a while for better ones. I would suggest like maybe once every 6 months you could try finding better algs or other algs. Step 5 is improve your look ahead. Everyone is struggling with this step. Okay, maybe everyone except Ehang or Rohang or Timon or Max. You get a point. And there are a couple ways of getting better at it. One of them is a bit old, but I think is very good. Pick a pair and start scrambling the cube at a speed that you're comfortable for tracking that pair. If it becomes too easy, turn the speed up. If you lose the pair, solve the cube and start again. It's pretty simple. Another way of training look ahead is solve your cross, pause, pick two pairs and close your eyes. Solve them and try to do them, and if you succeed, do it again with the next two pairs and scramble the cube again and start over. Try doing this as fast as you can. If you can't do it, no matter how hard you try getting extremely comfortable with your F2L solutions. So I heard Dylan Miller talking about this recently. It's a very simple concept that I was already doing, but not at the level he was talking about. So he said that you have to understand how every F2L solution affects the cube. So for example, for this case and for every case in general, if you want to drill it and understand what every move is doing to the cube, you should do it when the cube is solved, because it's very easy to understand where every piece is gonna end up. So for example, this red edge has to come between the yellow and the red centers, and this orange yellow edge has to come here, and this one will go here because of the centers. Now you can do that with the corners too, but you don't have to necessarily for every case. So you can track this corner that will come here, this one will go here, and this one I think it will go here. So when you solve it, everything is solved. But when you have the scrambled cube, if you remind yourself that there is a pattern of three edges, it will be very easy for you to understand what this case does to the cube. Now you can train by just doing a lot of solves, and that will come naturally to you, but you can still train it like I showed it to you. So just do the same F2L case over and over and over and over and over until it gets into your memory. If you can't do two pairs with your eyes closed, try doing this instead, and after some time you'll get even better at look ahead. The final way of training look ahead is doing big cubes. I feel like this one is overlooked a lot, but it's pretty effective because big cubes have a lot of pieces that move around and it's harder to track. So when you're getting good at look ahead on big cubes, your 3x3 times will improve a lot because your big cubes look ahead will translate extremely well on smaller cubes like 3x3. Finally, we got to the end, but I have another bonus point that I want to share with you, and it's analyze top cubers. Watch reconstructions of world records and good solves from very good cubers like Timon or Ehang, and I feel like this step is crucial because it taps into every step I presented to you. So like I said earlier, the best cubers that I think you should learn from is Timon and Ehang, because their solutions are very creative and very well thought out, so you should learn from them if you can. Look at Ehang's new world record average, 4.36. Every single one of his solves are insane, and besides the first one, every one of them is a masterpiece, so you can learn a lot from that. Timon is also great because his F2L is very advanced, so you can implement a lot of his solutions in your averages. Now, every cuber has different stats, and that's why cubing is so unique as a hobby. Every solving style is personal to the cuber. Some people will be better at turning, while others will be more efficient, or if you're Ehang, you're good at everything. The point is, everyone is different, and that will affect how you have to train. So just go pick up the cube and start solving. See you next time.